great holiday weekend. We only have NFL tomorrow, Sunday, December 24th. We do have NBA and NHL off tomorrow, Christmas Eve. But we do have NFL. I'm probably going to make 2, maybe 3 slips, but I'm going to call it a day after that. So let's get started. I do have this 5-man. I got 3 for fantasy score and 2 for passing yards. And my first one and my favorite for the day is Jamarr Gibbs. And I'll be taking his fantasy score at 13.5. His rushing and receiving yards combined at 73.5 is another good option as well. But I'll be taking his fantasy score just for the fact that I think he's going to score a touchdown and cash that. Next up I like is Jordan Love. And for him, I'm going to be taking his passing yards at 221.5. I think he's going to get somewhere in the 250, 260 against Carolina. Carolina's not doing so good this year. So I'll be taking Jordan Love at 221.5. His fantasy score is another option at 16.5. I think he's going to have a big game against Carolina, so his fantasy score is another good option as well. I'm probably going to be taking his fantasy score on a separate slip, but I like his passing yards on this one. Next one I'm taking is Sam Howell, and I'll be taking his fantasy score on this one. He is going against the New York Jets. The Jets are pretty much eliminated from playoff contention. I'll be taking his fantasy score at 14. He's been averaging close to 20. He's had some big games against Seattle, Giants, and the Dolphins at 20. He did have a stinker against the Rams at 9, so I think he's going to bounce back in his favorable matchup against the Jets. So I'll be taking Sam Howell over. Next up I'm taking is Russell Wilson. And I'll be taking his fantasy score. And I believe his fantasy score is at 15.5. He has a favorable matchup against the Patriots. He's been averaging close to 20. Given the matchup, this is the reason why I'm going for him, is because he's playing the Patriots. The Patriots are horrendous this season. So at his fantasy score at 15.5, I think he's going to have a 20 fantasy score game. So I'll be taking the over on that. And my last one to round up this 5-man is Trevor Lawrence. And for him, I'll be taking his passing yards. I'm still deciding if I'm going to be taking his original line or his Goblin line at 224.5. I think I'm going to be on the safe side and go with his Goblin at 224.5. He's been averaging about 260, 270. Does have a tough matchup against the Buccaneers. It's going to be a good game back and forth. But as you can see, his past 5, he's gone over 255. But it's been close on those couple games. So I'm just going to play it safe and just take his Goblin at 224.5. It is a little bit less of a payout, but still play it safe and get the W. So those are my 5 I'll be going with tomorrow. Jamarr Gibbs over fantasy, Jordan Love over passing yards, Sam Howell over fantasy, Russell Wilson over fantasy, and Trevor Lawrence over passing yards, his Goblin prop. So mix and match, pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate the support. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys in the next one.